All right, my friends, so we're going to dive back into the working with the layers in this Adobe Draw software. First things first, we need to open our app. We need to open our project. And then we're going to be ready to get back to work. Now, anytime we work in this type of program, we work in layers. So everything that we draw and add to our project, we want to put it on a different layer. That way we can control it and move it around and shift it, which we're going to look at how to do towards the end of the video. But we're going to start off by getting another shape added to our drawing. So we're going to be adding a layer. Now, when you add a layer, it will automatically move that layer to the top of your stack. So you're automatically drawing on top of whatever else is underneath. I'm going to pick my color here. I think I'm going to go with this kind of orangey peachy color, just so that it stands out a little bit more against the blue, and we can see that line a little bit more clearly. Now, right now I have my layers and my brush tools are all in my way. So in the top right corner, there's two arrows. If we tap those, it'll move that stuff right on out of our way, so that way we have room to work and get our lines where we need them to go. And then always remember, like I wasn't happy with that line, so remember that U with the arrow, that's the undo button. Remember that when you work in this, it is touch sensitive. So if you draw gently, you'll get a thin line. If you press down hard, like I'm going to do across the bottom of this fish, you'll get a much, much thicker, heavier line. Both are good. Both have different purposes. So we're going to tap the double arrows. Oh, sorry, I forgot the gills and the fin and the eye. We need those parts. We need those details. All right, so we're going to hit that. We're going to turn off that background layer by double tapping it. See, now it's got the eye on it. So from here, what we can do is we can manipulate that layer. So if we tap that layer, it gives us a couple options. Opacity Transform. Opacity is good for when you're making things with distance. If you lower that opacity, it makes it look a little bit further away. But what we want to be looking at is the Transform feature. So when we hit that Transform button, it'll put our layer inside of a box. With that, we can move it around, just drag it. We can size it up. We can size it down. We can flip it horizontally, we can flip it back, we can flip it vertically, and we can flip it back. I'm going to flip mine back to the way it was, and then I'm going to move it right over here. And I think I might scale them down just a little bit. Now, another important feature of that layer button is the duplicate button. So we can use that to copy the layer. Now, when we copy a layer, it will put that layer right on top of the one that we already had. So we have to hit Transform, and then we can drag that around and manipulate it however we would like. So I'm going to make that fish just a little bit bigger than the other one. Then I'm going to go back. I'm going to select the layer with my whale on it. I'm going to hit that Transform button because I want my whale shark to be swimming the same direction as all my other fish. Then I'm going to drag him down, move him around. Now, if you'll notice, the black line of my whale shark goes behind the line of my fish. It's underneath it. That's because the whale shark layer is lower in the stack than the fish layer. If I move that whale shark layer up, it'll put those lines in front of the other fish. With a line drawing, it's not as important, but once we start adding color into these, it can make a difference. So that's quick how to transform your layers, duplicate your layers, manipulate them around to do some different things. We'll continue on with our study and our practice of this piece of software in the next video. Good luck to you and happy arting.